My name is Cara Cusimano. I am the director of the Tribeca Festival, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the U.S. premiere of the Alto Knights. I want to offer a special welcome to our Tribeca members in the audience and a heartfelt thank you to our friends at Warner Brothers for inviting us to be a part of this evening. The Alto Knights explores the complexity of loyalty, ambition, and personal redemption. At its core, it's a story about the choices we make in the face of moral dilemmas and how these choices define us. It's also about relationships, the bonds of family, friendship, and the ties that bind us to our communities. These universal themes make the film feel both timeless and deeply relevant today. Tonight, we're celebrating the premiere of Alto Knights and the incredible people who brought this vision to life. So it's my pleasure to welcome and introduce the writer of the Alto Knights, Nick Pileggi, and producers Jason Sosnoff, Charles Winka, and Erwin Winka.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry. I'm Nick Pileggi. I'm Erwin. My God, this movie would not exist without Erwin Winkler, who's the producer, who convinced me and yelled at me until I wrote the script, and then took it and turned it into a movie. Erwin Winkler.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. It's really great being here and seeing the film on an IMAX screen. It's going to be a real treat for us and for you, I'm sure. This film started many, many years ago. I was lucky enough to work with the man on my right, who knows more about drama, certainly about crime drama, than probably any writer I could find. So, Nick, thank you. I'm a big baseball fan, and some years ago I saw a film with Robert Redford called The Natural. It was directed by Barry Levinson. When I was interested in what was going on in Vietnam, I saw a picture with Robin Williams called Good Morning Vietnam, and Barry Levinson directed that. So through the years, I really followed Barry's career from Diner on, and we were lucky enough to meet up and work together on the script and make the Alto Knights together. So without any further ado, Barry.
Thank you, Erwin. Thank you. My God, I don't know if I've ever spoken to this large of an audience, so bear with me. There are a couple of people I want to thank. One is David Zasloff at Warner Brothers, who immediately took an interest in this and thought it was part of the heritage of Warner Brothers from its beginning in terms of dealing with subject matter of the gangster, Mike DeLuca as well, who was very supportive in the process. I have to mention here tonight, we have Katherine Narducci, who plays Anna, and Debra Messing, who plays Bobby, and of course, Robert De Niro, who plays two characters. It's been a long process since we finished the film to actually being here tonight. I have to thank Erwin, who I've heard about for years and years and years as one of the great producers, and working with him, I understand why. You know, he's exceptional in that he's thoughtful, thinks things through, great creative sensibility. You can't ask for a better relationship. And as you'll see in this movie, and you probably know that De Niro plays two characters you'll see in the process of it. It was Irwin who, in reading the last draft that we had, said on a phone call, he said, "What do you think about Bob playing both roles?" And I thought about it, and we said, well, let's talk to Bob. And then Bob was immediately up for that challenge and really worked to define two very, very different characters. And so I got to point to Irwin for coming up with an idea, which I think and hope that you share, that is really effective and helpful to the film. It's been a terrific experience. I have to also mention Jason Sosnoff, who I've worked with. I think he was 16 or so when we began. Now it's like 20 years later. And he's been a great help over all these years. And speaking for the cast, and there are a number of them here this evening, I have to really sort of applaud their work, and they really stepped up to the challenge of these various roles. These two women here, Debra, and it's hard to explain when sometimes you end up with actors that take that step beyond what you imagine. You know, Katherine and Debra both did that in ways that at times would surprise me, and I go, well, this is really interesting. This is really fleshing out a character in ways that I may not have even thought about, that isn't maybe even exactly on the page, that they could step forward and just bring a certain life to these characters that, as a director, I can sit back at times and watch and going, oh, this is good, this is good. And so anyway, that leads all up to being here this evening with this great group. I'm glad you're all here and appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the film.
If not, we're lined up for a shooting squad. I hope you enjoy it.